15, Alethea Alonta. Number 21, Kennedy Leon. And number 23, Hannah Lee.
Yo. How you doing?
Good, you?
Good. I'm assuming we're on.
Now we would like to recognize our seniors from Norwood for all their hard work throughout their 4 years here. Number 11, Julia Alves. She is here with her dad Adam, mom Marcy, and stepdad John Rooney, and brother Angelo.
Your mom's Rachel, right? And then your brother Joe.
My mom, Rachel, my dad, Joe, and my sister, Joe.
Okay. Oh, this thing? Yeah,
Number 12, Serena Elias, accompanied by her mom Rachel, her dad Joe, and brother Trin, and sister Trin. Captain number 3, Kiki Delamere, accompanied by mom Michelle, dad Michael, and brother Jake. Number 16, Captain Natalie Gale, accompanied by mom Shay and grandfather Bill. And number 22, Captain Molly Federico, accompanied by mom Kim and dad Gretch. Everyone, if you could please rise for our national anthem. We have special guests performing for the seniors.
Okay, yeah. Okay, can we go when we're ready? Okay. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light, once so proudly we hailed as the twilight last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars
waters we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome to Norwood High School. We are coming at you live from the NHS gym. We have the Norwood Mustangs taking on the Westwood Wolverines. And the big deal tonight for us, Joe, is it's senior night here in the NHS gym.
Oh, what a night we got. Senior night for the Mustangs, and they were excited and ready to go as we had the national anthem being sung by a couple of the players on the team.
Yeah, beautiful rendition of the national anthem there, Joe. We're about to be coming at you live, so we have the number 26 and the number 27 seeds here in the gym, Westwood versus Norwood. Powering through some technical difficulties, bear with us.
Apologize for that, folks. All right, so we'll get ourselves just about ready to go. Apologies on our end, getting things straightened out. For Norwood today, on the left side of your screen, they'll be going with the starting lineup that's going to feature their libero for the day. That's Kim Laya. They have Kiki Delamere, one of their seniors, in the back middle position. Julia Figueredo is wearing number 1. She's in there to start. I'm sorry, that's Julia. Yes. We have Natalie Gale up front, Julia Alves, and Colleen Brady rounding out the starting 6 for Norwood. This is a close matchup, Joey, just based on the fact that Norwood coming in 6-10. Westwood is 6-9. These two ranked 26th and 27th in the standings, according to the MIA power rankings. Obviously, top 32 get in, but a local rivalry, and it should come down to a really tight match today.
Yeah, and I believe the last time these two teams met, Joe, it did come down to a tight match. We have a couple notes from our coach, Paul Nemblett. He said the last time they played, it came down to 5 sets.
Absolutely. So this will be really tight and potentially going 5 sets today. Norwood starts things off here, sends it to the back row. Westwood will go to the outside to attack. Comes back for Delamere in the middle for Norwood. Natalie Gale into Norwood's middle, right at Westwood's libero. Westwood now will operate back to the center with number 25, Emily Pujolas. Julia Alves on the outside. Norwood continues to be on the attack here. There's a close battle that Delamere keeps up. Back to the middle, Westwood setter is number 15, Althea Batonta. Julia Figueredo gets that one. Taking charge is Colleen Brady. And now Westwood will go to the right side. Another up for Norwood. Figueredo comes in. Gale from the middle tries to place it, but Westwood keeping it alive. A good rally to start things off. Back row for Laya. Now Natalie Gale finds some room, and the first points to Norwood.
And an absolutely insane rally right away, Joe. I would say that was at least a minute and a half. And Joe and I were talking about this before today's match. This is why we agreed. I think volleyball is the best spectator sport there is. That's the first set of the game, and that was an absolutely bonkers rally back and forth.
I tell you, if that's what we're in for today, this is going to be a real fun match to watch on both ends. So now we'll get some serves from Colleen Brady. Colleen's been one of the most reliable players for Norwood, as you see the replay on your screen here of the kill from Gale just moments ago. Off screen now, Julia Alves to the back row. Westwood keeping it alive. Westwood will try a push. Alves is there again for the Mustangs. Now they go back to Gale in the middle. Tries to find some room in the center. Westwood to the right side this time. It's tipped to the net by Gale. Her and Alves working together, but unfortunately this one finds some ground on Norwood's side, and we're back to 1-1.
Yeah, and I've been very impressed by the play on both sides, Joe. Specifically for Norwood, number 11 Alves has been cool, calm, and collected up front on the left hitter position. Now we'll see her move to the back. But very impressive two rallies there from both sides.
And there she is again as Alves puts up the serve here, and Gale sends it back on over. Here's the set from Batanta. She goes to the right side, and Norwood somehow able to keep it alive. A little bit of a push from Alves that almost found some room. Westwood to the right side again for number 21, Kennedy Layden. Here's Alves from the outside hitter position, and a little bit of miscommunication on Westwood's front. It'll fall in front of number 14, Rahav Favake, Westwood's libero, 2-1 Norwood.
And there we go. We didn't get the patented commentator jinx that we usually get, Joe. I mentioned Alves, and the jinx did not come into play. She remained cool, calm, and collected, put one over there for Norwood.
And I thought Alves had that served right in. I guess she was 1 point late on that for the jinx you're talking about.
I
but
may
a
have just
good-looking
jinxed.
serve.
I may have just jinxed the jinx there, Joe.
So 2-2, and now on the line to serve for Westwood is Raha Favake. She is one of a number of seniors on this Westwood roster, a very upperclassman-led group. Nice play by Kim Laya using her hands. Here's Kiki Delamere on the outside, but into the net, and the unforced error on Norwood makes it 3-2 Westwood.
Yeah, so we'll see Norwood kind of reset a little bit here, try to steal some momentum back. After a long couple rallies, we've had some quick ones here.
Here's Colleen Brady now for Bella Morgan, who's in there playing right side. Batanta now setting to the back row. Westwood will try a push. Laya puts up the bump set for Colleen Brady, the setter in the back row. Oh, she almost found some space there. Here's number 7 for Westwood. It's Angelina Holmesy, but she hits it into the net, and we're right back even at 3-3.
Yeah, and you just mentioned it, Joe, but a great back row strike there from Brady. That had the velocity of a front row strike, but from the back. Norwood takes a point there.
Colleen Brady is someone who's been playing with varsity since she was a freshman, and now as a senior has really come into her own, so she's going to be one to watch tonight for the Mustangs. Westwood again goes to the near side. That's number 21, Kennedy Layden. They'll send it over on 2 this time with Holmesy. To the middle for Serena Elias. She's blocked there, but Westwood manages to keep it alive. Holmesy now, back row for Alves. Putting it up here in the back is Natalie Gale. Alves now will send it deep. Batanta. Once again for Holmesy. She has to push this one with one hand. Now to the outside. Delamere gets this to fall.
And Delamere got just enough net there to grab a point for the Mustangs. And there we go. After a quick reset, Mustangs take 2 straight points.
Sometimes the net can be your best friend, and it was there for Kiki Delamere, another one of Norwood's seniors. So Gale now at the service line, with Norwood holding a 4-3 advantage. Nice job by Alves going back on that one. Delamere's been hot, but she hits this one into the net, and we're back to 4-4.
Yep, so again, just an insane back-and-forth battle so far. I have a feeling, Joe, we're going to be here for all 5 sets.
What a game so far. This is back and forth. A couple of substitutions we see on either side. You're going to see the girls in the opposite jersey as this one goes off Al's hand. It's a service ace for Westwood. But you'll see the girls in the different color jerseys. On the right side for Westwood, just off your screen there, number 14, Favake, is wearing a white jersey. And for Norwood, Kim Laya wearing the pink. Those are the liberos for each team. They can sub in and out freely as long as they're playing the back row. Here's Delamere. She'll have to settle for a bump. Comes to Favake. Batanta to the middle. Westwood is trying to find some space there, but Norwood's defense has been really good. Bella Morgan puts it up. Norwood keeps it alive somehow. Number 21 for Westwood gets it over to Favake. Laya for the middle. Here's the set for Elias. Westwood still keeping it in play. Now a push for Alves. Here's Brady. Oh, a little dump pass from her, a nifty idea. Elias tries to find some room, and she gets it.
And another classic back-and-forth battle over 1 point there, Joe. Both sides making some unbelievable plays. Balls that I assumed would be out on the floor, laying out, keeping it alive, keeping it up. And Westwood's up 6-4.
Unbelievable as you see our NCM replay. Nice job there by Alves keeping it alive, but Westwood responding with an up of their own. Now here's Elias trying to put it deep, but it just sneaks out about a foot long. 7-6 Westwood, 7-4 Westwood, excuse me.
Yeah, and Elias almost snuck one in there. Went just a little too long, but she had the right idea. She almost had Westwood on their heels there.
Sometimes you can catch these teams playing short and making them cover the whole court. Julia Alves puts it up here. She's played well today to start. Elias off a Westwood blocker, and it lands. It's another kill for number 12, Serena Elias.
Yeah, and since Elias has checked in, she's been extremely active up front. Feels like she's had her hand on every major ball that's been exchanged here so far.
And you heard a pretty loud ovation there. Molly Federico will come in to serve. We heard from Coach Nimblett that Molly was a little banged up and potentially not going to play tonight, but it looks like since we've talked to him, the plans have changed. Here's Federico already in set one.
Yeah, and something to keep your eye on right here, the scouting report from our own Joe Panolas. Federico is a very impressive server. You see right away for the Mustangs.
And she dials it up to Elias, so that combination of Brady setting up Elias in the middle is working for Norwood. That's Serena's third kill already today. Norwood has 6 points.
And we'll see if Federico can get Norwood on a little bit of a hot streak here.
So number 22 to serve. It's a line drive one that almost eats up the Westwood back row. But they will eventually send it out. That goes long, and we're back to 7-7.
Yeah. And Federico right away has made an impact on this game. She's serving absolute lasers from back there, Joe.
That has been Molly's way of serving for a long time now. She was a great server when I coached her as a freshman years ago, and she has carried that in here to her senior night. She's been targeting Annie Rufo on some of these serves. Rufo does a nice job putting that one up. Federico responds. Elias lays out for it and keeps it alive. But Tonto will set for the middle. Having to push it on that one are the Wolverines, and they eventually get it to go. Give the kill to Ainsley Busconi, another senior for them.
Yep, and despite taking the loss on that point, great hustle there from Norwood. They kept one alive that they probably had no business getting over the net, and they almost snuck another one over right there.
So Federico gave them a boost on the service line. She'll sub out now, and Julia Figueredo, wearing number 1, will sub into the game for the Mustangs. As you see the team celebrating after that last one. Well, this one will eat up Figueredo. Might have been going long, but it's 9-7 Westwood.
Yeah, those fastballs, it's tough to judge, right?
Absolutely.
I think the right idea is just always kind of go for it, see what happens after.
Well, the old rule of thumb, if you have to reach up for it and you're in that back row, it might be going out. So the serve now coming for Westwood from number 7. That's Angelina Holmesy. Eats up the Norwood back line. So just like that, after this game was 7-7, Westwood now up 3 points if they have reached double digits first.
Yeah, and you're seeing the servers on both sides make a big impact on this game. Like you said, Joe, if you can get a strong server back there, it makes all the difference.
That jump serve from Angelina Holmesy continues to be good. 3 aces in a row from the Westwood junior. And she has now put Westwood out to a 4-point lead, their biggest of the night.
Yeah, and in these situations, the best sport analogy I can kind of make when you got a line drive server back there, Joe, it's like playing the hot corner in baseball. It's like you're at third base with a righty power hitter up. You got to be ready down low. Hands got to be ready to go. That thing's coming in hot.
What a surprise. You making a baseball analogy. I know you're a baseball guy. Coach Nimblett will talk things over with his team and implore them to get that first pass up. As you see the Norwood team kind of circling up. There's the Westwood team, coached by Jen Murphy. 2 coaches that certainly know each other very well. They've both been coaching these programs since they both arrived in the TVL. As we see a replay of the kill a little while ago from Elias. Just went off that Westwood double block. But they know each other's coaching styles, and it'll be interesting to see how the teams come out of the timeouts here.
Yeah, so again, both sides have gone on 3-4 point runs here. Norwood down 4. This would be a good time for them to get a little warm, get a little hot back there. Try to tie this thing up.
Norwood's got a back row of Figueredo, Laya, and Alves. This one is handled by Laya. She sends it over on 1, though. Westwood to number 21. That's Kennedy Layden. Norwood decides to go to the middle. Elias almost dunks it on number 8, Annie Rufo. Rufo tips it barely over. Norwood trying to keep it alive off the net. But ultimately, it will be Rufo collecting the kill. 12th point of the night for Westwood. They're up 5.
Yeah, and you see a nice crafty move there from Westwood. They set up for the power slam. They just kind of gently tap it over. Great way to catch the defense off guard.
So here comes another serve from Holmesy. With that jump serve, she has been deadly. But a nice pass from Figueredo. To the outside for Delamere. A beautiful swing from Kiki. And she collects the kill and Norwood's 8th point of the night.
Yeah, Delamere with an absolute power slam. Hopefully that wakes up Norwood a little bit here. They cut the deficit back to 4. 12-8 Westwood.
It's interesting you talk about kind of waking up a little bit. When I coached Kiki when she was a freshman, one of the things she was really good at was getting a team to rally behind her. And she's put in some good work playing outside hitter for the Mustangs, where she was more of a setter in her early volleyball career. So showing some really good adaptability, being able to play different spots tonight.
Yeah, and speaking of line drive serves, Delamere just shot an absolute laser over to Westwood. They handled it pretty well, though.
Yeah, sometimes you can have a great serve, and when the other team plays it well, it kind of takes some of the shine off of it. But nonetheless, a great serve by Delamere. This will bring in Ainsley Busconi to serve, wearing number 11. She had a kill a little while ago for the Wolverines. This one comes to Figueredo, who keeps it up. Norwood will have to settle for a bump over from Brady. And now Batanta to the outside for number 8. And did Norwood get a piece? They did not. So it'll go out off the hands of Annie Rufo. 13-9 now, Westwood.
Yep, great decision there by Norwood. Like you said, Joe, over their heads. They kept their hands down. They steal a point back.
So Norwood will check Natalie Gale back into the game. You won't see Kim Laya right now, as Laya was kind of in for Gale in the moment and obviously can only play the back row as the libero. Here's Batanta with the bump set. She comes again to Rufo, but Elias handles it nicely in the back row. Oh, it hit something, Joey, I think, in the ceiling there. Norwood responds nicely. Gale tries to push it over, and it will go out of bounds. Give the kill to Natalie Gale, one of Norwood's 5 seniors.
Yep, and again, we're seeing Norwood recover nicely here. Just like basketball, it's a game of runs. You just got to maintain, you got to bounce back. Just like that, it's a 3-point deficit.
Norwood went 5 sets with Westwood the last time they played, falling 3-2. And again, if today, at least the start of this is any indication, this game could go much the same way. It'll be Serena Elias now serving for Norwood. It's a high arcing one, almost eats up Favake, but she does a nice job rebounding. Now Alves from the outside. Gale with a nifty little bump. She takes now the spike herself off the set from Brady. Favake gets turned around, and it is another kill from Gale. 2 in a row for number 16.
And here come the Mustangs. Like I mentioned earlier, Joe, I'm impressed by number 11, Alves. She's got a very crafty kind of non-jump spike there in the front row. Seems like she has great accuracy and power on that spike.
And there is some accuracy and power there. It was number 25 for Westwood, Emily Pujolas, a junior, and she's able to put it down in no man's land there. Kind of ate up the combo of Delamere and Laya for the Mustangs.
Yep, so Westwood jumps back up to a 3-point lead. See if the Mustangs can hang around here.
So here is Althea Batanta, a senior for Westwood. Nice play by Brady to keep it alive. Ooh, Laya has to be careful. She was heading towards the bleachers on that one. Probably a good business decision on her end to not dive headfirst into the wood on that one.
Yeah, good hustle regardless, though. She did the best she could. Almost took out a few people in the front row in the process, but...
So 15-11 Westwood. This one flirts with the back line, but Delamere makes a good decision to play it. Alves gets up for this one. And boy, what a game Julia Alves is having on senior night. She has looked nasty out there.
She's just commanding that front left area right in front of the net. I'd say that's probably her 5th or 6th, just absolute power spike, Joe.
So Alves, who plays sometimes for the Mustangs, sometimes coming off the bench for them, getting the start on senior night, and she has really lived up to those expectations tonight. Norwood has checked Bella Morgan in wearing number 9. She'll be playing right side for them through this rotation. Here is Natalie Gale, and a hard hit from Gale in the middle. She puts Norwood back within 2.
Yeah, that might have been the highest velocity spike we've seen all night, Joe. And we've seen some pretty high velo ones.
Tell you, the one thing I've noticed about Natalie Gale over the years, she just has a nose for the ball when it's at the net. If that ball is anywhere nearby, she wants it. She wants to take advantage and put the other team away. And she certainly showed it on that one, getting up.
Yeah, and the thing I'm impressed about so far, especially with the seniors on the Norwood side, we talked about it pregame, Joe, but one of the biggest things you'll see in volleyball, an important factor, is just communication in general. I'm sure the people at home can hear it. Maybe it's pretty loud in here.
Oh, yeah.
But the communication between both sides, Norwood and Westwood, has been very impressive so far.
Here's Bella Morgan from the outside as Norwood will go into a little bit of a rotation here and move some pieces around. Kim Laya for the back line. I think it was out, Joey, from my angle, and the refs agree.
They really took their time making that call, though. He thought about it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he has got the best view in the house, and, you know, the referees, especially on this little ladder setup that they've got, certainly have a good view here on our beautiful new gym floor. So now the serve coming from Westwood. Number 8, Annie Rufo, goes right at Kim Laya, and Rufo will collect the ace and put Westwood up 5.
Yep, so Westwood extending their lead here. We're closing in on the end of this first set. Norwood's going to have to go on a little bit of a run here if they want to bounce back.
Rufo again. with her feet on the ground here as she is not going with the jump serve. This time to Bella Morgan on the outside, and reaching over was Batanta. I heard a whistle, but I think the violation is against Westwood anyway, so it's Norwood's point.
Yep, and so Norwood will have Alves serving here. This could be a big opportunity, judging by her spikes so far. We'll see if she can get Norwood on a 4 or 5 point run here.
Alves is someone else who's got a line drive serve. There it is that almost takes the head off of number 21, Layden, as she had to duck for that one. But unfortunately sails out of bounds. And that's a big point for Westwood now, Joey, to go up 5, tied for their biggest lead of the contest.
Yeah, Norwood's really going to have to scratch and claw here if they want to fight back in this first set.
So here's Favake on the serve, Westwood's libero. It comes to Norwood's libero, Laya. And now the set for Delamere. She tries a push to the middle, handled nicely by Holmesy. Now back to the middle, and Westwood gets yet another kill. This time it's Olivia Layden, their youngest player, a sophomore, who gets it.
Yeah, and a good contest there from Gale at the net. Unfortunately, it looks like it got her fingertips, slowed down the ball, and just dropped dead on the Norwood side. And we'll see a timeout here at 20-14 Westwood.
So not a surprise to see Coach Nimblett use his second of 2 timeouts. Norwood has the potential to kind of let this game get away from them. But you see Coach Jen Murphy talking things over with her team. And there is the Norwood huddle. Coach Nimblett getting some contributions. That's one of his assistants, Lauren Plasko in the blue sweatshirt. Did a nice job with the JV team earlier today. As you see the kill from Gale moments ago. Man, she got up high for that one, didn't she?
Yeah, that was an impressive slam there from Gale. Like we mentioned earlier, if we had some advanced data, some advanced stats show, I think that would have been the hardest hit, the highest velocity ball of the day so far.
So the Westwood team will break their huddle. We saw Colleen Brady a moment ago in the Norwood huddle kind of pointing up to the ceiling. So perhaps saying if Norwood's able to get their first pass a little higher up, that certainly makes the setter's life easier. We'll see if that is indeed the case here. Brady with a lot of experience as a Norwood setter. So certainly her word important in that huddle. Favake on the serve for Westwood, comes at Delamere. Brady will go with the bump set here, and Bella Morgan tries a push. Doing a nice job backpedaling for Westwood is Lennon, And an unforced error on number 7, Holmesy, will give Norwood the point out of the timeout. So perhaps a good decision from Coach Nimblett.
Yeah, just like that, the Mustangs have some life here as we approach the end of the first set. And they're going to check in Elias up front. So that could be a big opportunity, a big set here for Norwood.
So Gale's had a strong game up front. She goes to the service line. This one comes, near the near side. Based on where Gale typically serves, I think that surprised Angelina Holmesy, and Gale gets the ace to make it 20-16.
Yeah, from up here, Joe, that kind of looked like a little bit of a screwball. I think it threw Westwood off their game back there.
And Natalie now goes to the opposite part of the court. A good idea. Batanta from the near side, but it's slammed into the net by Lennon. And Norwood now has clawed back within 3.
And Norwood has more than just a little life right now, Joe. They've got a big opportunity here.
So Gale now on senior night. That serve is a deep one. Holmesy makes a nice play, gets it to Batanta. Lennon again from the near side. The set from Brady now for Delamere. Delamere makes a nice hit at a good angle. Working the middle is Elias. Westwood will have to settle for a bump. Rufo sends it over. Here's Gale now for Brady. Elias in the middle. Finds some room there, or I thought she did for a quick second. Holmesy with the roll shot. Gale will set from the back row, and a push from Norwood setter Brady. Batanta with a good opportunity here for Westwood. Gale got in the way of that one, and it'll be Westwood point.
Yep, so Westwood steals a point back there from Norwood. An impressive run from Norwood, though, to claw back into this game. Westwood just kind of slammed it over a little bit, back row set, and Norwood looked like a little bit of a miscommunication there, Joe. Gale was aggressive, though, tried to get her hand on it.
Certainly, I'd rather 2 people go for it than 1, but Alves is behind her in good position. Here's Elias from the outside this time. Westwood committed the violation there. The referees will call it a carry as they perhaps didn't get the right angle on that hit.
Yep, Westwood looks a little confused by the call, but Norwood will gladly take the points.
Yeah, and it's interesting. You're going to kind of watch some of these blocks. If a player hits the ball into a block, the block itself doesn't count as a contact. So you can block it and then put the ball up. The block will not count as one of your 3 hits. So Westwood thought what they did was legal. We saw Coach Jen Murphy kind of explaining to her team why it was perhaps the right call by the referee. Here's Lennon, right at Kim Laya, but a nice job by Kim to keep it alive. but I think Alves, Joey, might have had a little bit too much time to think about it, and that ball kind of ate her up.
Yep, just a little bit of a miss hit there and a tough blown opportunity by Norwood as Federico will see check out of the game. Could have been a prime spot for her to steal this back for Norwood.
As you see, Elias from the outside hit her position just a moment ago. Got ate up, unfortunately, on Westwood's counterattack. There's a line drive serve, and it goes long. So Norwood, with a big opportunity to capitalize on a Westwood serving error, now puts them within 3 for the senior Kiki Delamere.
Yeah, and a good decision by Norwood to let that one go. A line drive serve so hard it knocked off the number 22 balloon for Molly Federico on the gym wall.
Alves puts it over, and Westwood with the one attack, but it goes right to Laya. There's from the outside. Oh, I thought Alves might have gotten enough topspin, but it'll sail out, and Westwood now up 23-19.
Yep, just a little on there for Alves. Right idea. It looked like it was maybe going to sink a little bit at the end and drop in. Just went a little past the red line, and Westwood extends their lead to 4.
So now a big opportunity for Ainsley Busconi, a senior, for Westwood, to try to put this away with 2 consecutive serves. The first one comes at Laya. Brady will set for the middle. Elias, a good attack, but it comes right at Busconi. Here's Rufo on the outside, and she found some good space there. Took a little off it, but it's a kill nonetheless. 24-19 Westwood.
Yeah, and a crafty touch there by Westwood. They line up for the power slam, just dump one over right on the left side, right on the red line. And we'll see Westwood try to steal this first set here.
Norwood had closed in with the double blocks, but she put that one right in the perfect spot. Elias trying to keep Norwood alive, finds some room. Can Lennon send it over? Oh, she can, Joey. Here's the set for the middle. Elias going at it again, and this time she'll get the kill.
And Elias is having a night up front. She's been a big source of power, big source of energy for Norwood so far. And again, so much power and energy in this gym. I think Molly Federico's poster is now falling off the wall.
Certainly excitement from both sides here as these two teams fighting for a spot in the MIAA playoffs. The libero Favake for Westwood to Batanta. Now Rufo, but a nice play by Delamere, who was calm and collected on that up from the back row. Batanta with the bump set. Goes right back to Rufo, who has to kind of dance around that one, but she dumps it in. Will get credit for the kill, and it is game 1 to Westwood.
Yep, and again, Westwood with just a crafty dump over the net there on the left side. Norwood had 2 strong contests there at the net, and it looks like it just kind of fell out of bounds there, so Westwood will take this first set 25-20.
What a start on senior night. Norwood came to play. This is going to be an entertaining game, but Westwood unfortunately gets set 1 here. So the teams will talk things over. They'll switch sides, and we'll be back with just a moment with set 2 here on NCM.
We'll see you in a couple minutes.
Joe Panola, Joey O'Connor with you. Joey, an exciting first set there, but Westwood takes it 25-20, and the teams switch sides. They're ready to go now for set 2.
Yeah, an unbelievable first set there for Norwood and Westwood. A lot of back and forth battles, some great hustle on both sides. A couple great spikes by both teams, and Westwood took the first set 25-20. Looks like we're getting set up here for the second set, but I think Joe and I mentioned it. If we can judge from that first set, I think we might be here for all 5 sets potentially tonight. It might be a long night.
Absolutely. At least it's not the long drive that sometimes you get when you play like a 6 o'clock game in Hopkinton and you're coming from Norwood. Only 7 minutes separating these two divisional rivals. Looks like Norwood will go with a little bit of a different look here. You see number 4, Maddie Lyons, right there in the center of your screen. She's going to play some outside hitter now. That's kind of her usual spot, as she will replace Julia Alves. So Alves, who had a really strong first game, will come off the bench for Norwood. Lyons getting her first action of the night as a sophomore. She is a good-looking player with a lot of promise for the Mustangs.
Yeah, so some interesting strategy there for the Mustangs. We'll see if it pays off here.
Westwood keeping things largely the same on their end. Norwood will start things off with a back row attack from Brady that almost eats up Favake, but she does a nice job on the back line. This one goes through the double block, and it's Althea Batanta, the setter for Westwood, with the kill, puts them up 1-0.
Yep, great kill by Westwood there. Goes off a couple Norwood hands, just drops right to the floor. Westwood will take the early lead here.
The Mustangs were there with Lyons and Gale for the block, but Batanta hit it right through him. Laya now sends this towards the Norwood bench. Good chase from Lyons, but she's unable to get there in time, and quickly Westwood jumps out to a lead.
Yep, and we saw that a few times from both teams in the first set, Joe. Just really impressive serve there from Westwood. Just kind of ate Laya alive there. We'll see if she can recover right here.
So Annie Rufo with the serve. Comes to Laya. Now for the middle. Oh, Gail got up for that one, and she makes sure she delivers for the kill.
And if you're Paul Nimblett, the coach of Norwood, that's what you love to see. Laya let one get away, the serve before. Set that one up perfectly. Norwood capitalizes. 2-1 Westwood.
Something I learned from being an assistant coach with Coach Nimblett for a while. When Norwood has a good opportunity as they collect the point there off the ace, he will say when they get a good first pass up, use it when it comes to that setter. And that means that he's in a good spot, that the setter is getting the ball off a great pass. I'm sure, we couldn't hear him from here, but I'm sure he was yelling, use it, right before Gail was able to pile that one home.
Yeah, like you said, Joe, it's a prime opportunity to set up your offense. And so is an ace right there from Norwood.
Now, wait a minute. Maddie Lyons coming in. 2 service aces in a row from her. So Maddie coming in cold, didn't play at all in set 1. Looks like Coach Nimblett pushed the right button here, putting her in the game to start game 2. Here's Favake for Batanza. Now on the near side, Lennon with a strong hit. It's Kennedy Lennon, the senior, wearing number 21, powers it home. A good cross-court shot from her.
Yeah, that was an absolute monster spike there from Westwood. And again, so much energy and power here in the gym that Molly Federico's poster has now fallen again a second time off the wall. It looks like a Good Samaritan's going to pick it up.
Joey, it seems to happen every year. There's one poster that just quite can't hang on. And today it's Molly Federico. Nicely designed by a lot of the underclassmen for the Mustangs on the varsity squad. A good serve there from Westwood. It came from their libero, Raha Favake, who you see on the screen there. Kind of ate up Kiki Delamere. Tough spot for her, deciding to go with the hands versus deciding to try the forearm pass. Sometimes that middle ground is tough. Delamere puts this one up. It comes right to Westwood's middle. Norwood keeping it alive, at least for the moment. Nice job by Lyons on the quick reaction. But it looks like it'll be kill for Westwood at number 17, Olivia Layden.
Yeah, good effort there from the Mustangs. Always a little awkward when it goes into the net. They did their best to get it over on that third touch. Just wasn't enough.
This one comes to Kim Laya. Here's a set to the middle, and Gail puts it home.
Yeah, and speaking of good passes that you want to capitalize on, Joe, that one was perfect. Right on the money, great set. Gail slams it home, and Norwood's right back in this game.
I'll tell you, sometimes you see those front row hitters get all the glory, and a lot of credit to Gail, who's been excellent there. But Kim Laya starting things off with a great pass was really the engine that sparks the 2 kills that Gail's had so far. Here is another attack from Westwood's outside. Their near side, and it's now 6-4 Wolverines.
Yeah, number 21 for Westwood, Kennedy Lennon. Couple big spikes here in this second game. She's really taken over for the Westwood side.
So Francesca Gennari will now check in wearing number 18. A little bit of a different look now for Coach Jen Murphy and her Wolverines. They continue to serve at Delamere, but a nice job by Kiki to handle that one. Elias through the double block.
Yep, speaking of front row hitters that have really taken over tonight, Elias has had a monster night so far. And she gets Norwood right back in this, 6-5 Westwood.
Yeah, the combination of Layden and Gennari was staring her down in the front row. Elias, who might have had an opening on the other side of the court, didn't care and hit it right through the both of them. Some power from her.
Yep, and we'll see Federico checking in the game to serve once again.
There's that powerful serve that Molly Federico has become known for, and she collects the ace off the bench. We're tied up again at 6-6.
Yeah, Norwood's ace hungry here in this second set, this second game. They've got quite a few already, and now we got a tie match in our hands, 6-6.
So 3 of Norwood's 6 points have come via the service line, and they will get another one. That one was so powerful, Joey, that it felt like the net, even though it hit it, didn't really affect the serve a whole lot.
That one looked like it went right through the net. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a hole in the net after that serve.
Federico with a lot of power, and she stands deep behind that red line to use it. Now Norwood will go with the set from number 18. They got Gennari to set it up, and they will certainly celebrate that kill from number 17, Layden. So nice work there. Westwood gets the kill. We're back to 7-7. So not all that far from where we were game 1. This was the same score that Westwood was able to take off and go on a 4-point run. Julia Figueredo puts it over. Westwood with the set to the middle as Gennari's been stepping up in that spot. Brady now for Delamere. Oh, she found some room there and gets the kill.
Yep, and another great rally there from Norwood to scratch and claw. They take the lead back here, 8-7 Mustangs. And we'll see Delamere is going to have the serve here for Norwood.
And Norwood will also go back to Julia Alves in the front row. So interesting that Coach Nimblett started Maddie Lyons, as Delamere unfortunately serves it into the net. He started Lyons after Alves played really well game 1, but he goes right back to Alves after Lyons cycles through the back row. So the two of them basically keeping each other warm and kind of bringing out the best in both of them.
Yeah, Nimblett really getting the best out of all of his players so far tonight.
He does a heck of a job keeping his team fresh and keeping everybody involved. This one, though, eats up Figueredo. Good chase from Brady, who was able to make her way to that line. Get some congratulations from Serena Elias just off the right side of your screen for the good hustle. But it was another ace for Westwood. And here again is number 11, Ainsley Busconi, who's been quite good from the service line. A nice pass from Delamere. A little bit low on the set there as Alves has to go all the way down to the ground. She's unable to pick it up, though, and Westwood now starting to kind of put together points.
Yep, like we mentioned earlier, Joe, a game of runs. Westwood takes the lead back here, 10-8. Norwood's going to have to answer.
This one comes at Laya. Nice job by Brady to pull it off the net. Laya the back row. Busconi, Gennari to the middle. She's stuffed there by Elias. And this one right back over. Oh, Norwood never quite got their defense set up. A couple of their front row players got caught in no man's land, and their back row was still deep, creating a nice opportunity for Westwood to get a kill in the middle of the court.
Yeah, another great spike there from Elias. Westwood answered, caught Norwood, I think, a little off guard.
And now Alves through a double block. Gennari sets for the outside. Rufo with the push. Nice play by Laya to keep it alive, and even more so by Brady, who goes over the scorer's table to get the assist. And the referees have called it Westwood's point. Coach Nimblett on the right side of your screen is irate. He saw the effort right in front of him from Brady. And Joey, from this angle, it looked like there wasn't a violation at all.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the call is there, but that's a shame that it's going to take away a great hustle play from Brady. She went head over heels over the scorer's table, and Elias slammed it home. Looks like the refs are going to have a little discussion here about what happens.
Yeah, they'll talk things over as Coach Nimblett will talk things over with his assistant coach, Lauren Plasko. The two of them seem to be on the same page, that they're not understanding why the call was made. And the referees have decided that they will replay the point. So I tell you, Joe, it was a heck of an effort by Colleen Brady. We'll have to check our NCM replay. Coach Nimblett gets a quick explanation. I'm sure he'll get a little bit more later. But Busconi will go back to the serve here for Westwood. What an effort, though, from Brady there to keep that ball alive and even get a good setup.
Although Norwood doesn't get the point.
Little bit of miscommunication on the Norwood end. Rufo right into the waiting hands of Brady. And I think they will say that Alves just touched her foot over the line.
Yep, so again, a shame. Brady's effort, not for nothing. She kept the point alive. Norwood got a second chance there, but Westwood steals that point back, and they've got a 4-point lead here.
Yeah, I wouldn't really describe these as mental errors for Norwood as they put in some good effort and just maybe hit the foot on the wrong side in both cases. This one goes at Figueredo, and it kind of eats her up a little bit. And let's see if Busconi decides to go right back at number 1 for the Mustangs. She doesn't. She'll send this one over for Delamere. To the middle for Elias, who finds some room. A little extra pace on that one as Elias goes to the outside there.
Yeah, a little finesse game there from Elias. She's been power spiking a bunch of these home. Instead, she opts for the finesse shot down the left side. Drops one in for Norwood. She'll be serving now.
All right, so now Norwood will go to Elias serving. To the back row. Favake keeps this one alive. Number 18 sends it over. So Gennari's been getting a lot of the setting responsibilities for Westwood. Norwood having a little bit of trouble getting it back. And now it is 14-9 Westwood. They've gone on their classic run as we saw in set 1. Let's see if that continues now.
Yeah, a little bit of a miscommunication there from the Mustangs. Westwood capitalizes, extends their lead to 5 here. Norwood's going to have to bounce back.
Here's their setter from game 1. That's Altea Batanta. Batanta now will set to the near side for number 21, Kennedy Lennon. And Lennon has a number of kills today. She spikes it down on the cross-court slam.
I was about to say, Joe, I wouldn't be surprised to see Coach Nimblett take a timeout here. I think Norwood needs to take a deep breath, reset. They've played great in various sequences here so far tonight, but they've gone a little cold here in the second match, the second set. So
So Coach Jen Murphy smiling as she gets her team together. This game was 7-7, as was the first game. As you see a shot of the Norwood huddle. Norwood has played with a lot of energy. They certainly have done a nice job of that. A couple of calls maybe not going the way that they necessarily wanted them. We saw the replay on a nice attempt from them moments ago. But you see it on your screen. This is going to be a battle all night, especially in terms of the MIA power rankings. Number 26 against number 27.
Yeah, very even matchup so far. You've seen it on both sides. They're matching each other's energy, matching each other's hustle. Seems like Westwood has stolen a little bit of the momentum here in the Norwood gym. So great timeout by Coach Nimblett. And we'll see if it can pay off here for Norwood.
Yeah, I think so. You see kind of on the right side of your screen, Westwood's JV and freshman teams, obviously they're here on the bus together, but they have kind of packed the area behind the Norwood bench, and they are certainly making their presence felt. It seems to be having an impact right now. It feels a little bit like a Westwood gym, doesn't it?
Yeah, they're packing the barn, but for the Wolverines. It's kind of a reverse pack
is that
of
pack
the barn.
the den, I guess we can say in this case? I don't know, but it's been working for Westwood so far as they've got their biggest lead of the game. Batanta to Delamere, who makes a nice play to dig it up. And Alves, did it get a piece of the Westwood player? No. So they'll call 4 hits against Norwood, and Julia will protest, but Joey, I think I agree with the call.
Yeah, I mean, the the ref is right there. I think he had the best view. I'd agree. I think it hit the top of the net, came back to the Norwood side. So Westwood steals another point, extends their lead to 7 here.
So Batanta, who has been really good for Norwood, for Westwood so far today, gets a nice serve in. Brady dives, somehow getting out of the way of Laya as those two both went down to the ground. It'll be another point for Westwood, and they've opened up an 8-point lead.
Yeah, they're on quite the run here. Norwood's going to have to find a way to answer and start stealing some of these points back before the second set gets away from them.
We'll see if Coach Nimblett opts to go with the bench at all, but Batanta continuing at the service line. Beautiful pass there from Delamere, and the quick set for Gale. Westwood is able to respond with another block. Now Brady tries a bit of a push, but ready for Westwood was number 25, Pujolas. Double block in the middle as Gale gets a piece. But Joey, I think she couldn't decide between putting it away and keeping it on her side. And ultimately, Westwood now jumping out to a 9-point lead.
Yeah, and again, anytime it hits that net, it's awkward. It's kind of chaotic. Norwood did their best there to try to keep it alive. Westwood stays hot, and Norwood steals a point back here.
Hey, that's a big advantage for Norwood now. Westwood misses a serve when they've been on a roll, and now Norwood will send Colleen Brady, perhaps their most experienced player from the service line in terms of varsity serves, to see if she can do some damage. Colleen went on a 6-point service run earlier this year when Norwood got their first win in years against Medway, and she makes this one count right away to make it 18-11.
Yeah, right on cue. Brady steals one back. Gets Norwood up to 11 here, so 18-11 Westwood. We'll see if Brady can get on a run here.
Norwood's got a front line right now of Bella Morgan, number 9, Julia Alves, number 11, and Natalie Gale, number 16. Nice up there from Morgan, the sophomore. Westwood will have to scramble. They'll settle for a bump from Favake, their libero. Kim Laya now sets for Alves, and Alves finds her way through traffic. It went off the hands of Kennedy Lennon, and it'll be another kill from the senior, number 11, Julia Alves.
Yep, and Alves again in that front left spot with the patented no-jump spike. It's paying off for Norwood. Goes off the Westwood hands out of bounds. Norwood's right back in this.
So here's the serve from Brady. Oh, that one was a line drive. Westwood somehow got it back over. The good pass from Delamere will set up the Norwood offense. Westwood has one chance to get it over. They do. Batanta makes a beautiful behind the back bump pass there. And now Favake keeping it alive. They'll set it up for Rufo, and she goes cross court and beats Delamere to the line. 19-12 Westwood.
Yeah, great job there by Westwood. They find some space on the Norwood side, spike it down the line. They steal one back there. They squash that Norwood run. It was getting a little dangerous for the Wolverines there. It looked like Norwood was finding their mojo again.
Nice job by Annie Rufo on that play, who kind of settled the Westwood team by a really nice outside hit. This one will go, Norwood's way. It looks like there was a violation against Westwood, and Norwood extremely thankful that I believe it was 21, Lennon for Westwood, hit the net on that play as Bella Morgan hit it out.
Yeah, it looked like Morgan drew enough attention there that Westwood bumped into the net, so Norwood steals a point back. 19-13 Westwood.
So Maddie Lyons with those light pink shoes will serve it up. Westwood having some trouble getting it back over. They eventually do, and it's a nice first pass from Laya. Eventually the set comes for Natalie Gale. Back to the middle for Westwood and Pujolas. Norwood will scramble a little bit here. They'll settle for a bump from Brady, who puts it in a good spot. The set from Batanta, a nifty little back set that she puts over on one. Brady now for the outside. Good swing from Delamere, but Westwood keeps it alive. The hit from number 7, Holmesy, comes to the back row for Lions, and now Westwood will work it back. Oh, can they get it over? No, not quite.
And Gale, again, number 16 up front, slams one home. Westwood does their best to keep it alive, puts it into the net, and Norwood chipping away here again, Joe, 19-14.
Norwood has been very good when the sophomore Maddie Lyons has been on the service line. They'll see if they can continue that trend. A good serve from Lyons on this one again. Now Laya will handle the second hit. Delamere with a push. Oh, it's a good spot. She had some good eyes on that one. Coming in now for Lennon. She tries the kill. Did it go off a Norwood player? It did, Joey.
Yep, and it looks like number 4, Maddie Lyons, kind of upset with herself a little bit there. I think she thought it might have just been straight off Westwood, let it go out of bounds. But she's had a great game so far. She's stolen a couple points back for Norwood with her serve, so shouldn't feel too bad about herself.
Yeah, it was the right read from her letting it go if she thought it came off of Westwood. But Norwood had a strong double block up there that found the hands of a couple players.
Wow, and an absolute sinker there from Westwood. That was number 14, Rafa Vega, with the serve. That really just dropped out.
So Westwood now will cruise out to a 7-point lead. That'll prompt a timeout from Coach Nemblet, who has seen his team kind of go in runs, Joey. Seems like Norwood has been clawing back, but then Westwood goes on a run of 3 or 4 of their own and kind of has maintained this 6, 7, 8-point advantage recently.
Yeah, I think that's been the biggest difference so far. Both teams, as you mentioned, Joe, are able to go on these long runs, but Westwood answers. They counter every time. Norwood in the second match, the second set, has really only gone on about 2 or 3-point runs, and Westwood typically squashes it.
Yeah, we see that one moments ago that Morgan served out. She gave that little look back to the referee, realizing that she may have gotten away with one there as Westwood had committed the violation. So the Norwood team will break the huddle here as we get back for game action. Vavake will continue to serve for Westwood, wearing number 14. And she has been good from the service line, and especially playing that libero position, keeping some rallies alive for Westwood. Here's the serve, a line drive would almost ate up Laya. Nice play by Lyons to keep it alive, and then Brady to send it over. So Westwood will set up the offense. For Holmesy on the outside, she finds some room, and it's a kill for Angelina Holmesy.
Yeah, and Holmesy slams that one home off the Norwood hands, out of bounds. Westwood steals another point there, 22-14.
Westwood coming to life here after Norwood gave them a run in game 1. Westwood ended up winning 25-20. Nice play by Kim Laya to put it up. Brady calls off Gale and gets it to Delamere, who tries the back corner. Westwood is there, and now Lennon is able to slam it in. What a game Kennedy Lennon is having for the Wolverines. But no, Joey.
Looks like that point's actually going to go to Norwood there.
They're going to call a violation against Westwood. It looks like one of their players was in the net. And Norwood now will get one of their senior captains, Natalie Gale, to the line with the game in the balance.
Yeah, so this could be a big break here for Norwood if they can go on a little bit of a run here.
Gale goes right to the middle of the court. This is a tough one for Batanta. That one back over, did it land in? Oh, it did.
And what an answer there from Westwood. Elias with a great tip over. We'll see a replay of the previous point. Elias did a great job there tipping it over, and Westwood immediately responded. You'll see the replay of the point that Norwood had just previously stolen back. But again, Westwood just has been answering all night.
So here comes the serve now. Comes right at Maddie Lyons. Good first pass that Brady's able to handle. Bella Morgan will send it over on the bump. Now to the outside. Holmesy, who's been hot from that position, serves it, hits this one on long. And it is 23-16 Westwood. As Norwood, Joey, will go with one of their senior captains, Molly Federico, at the service line in a big spot.
Yeah, huge spot again for Federico. It seems like she's checking in all of these big opportunities for Norwood. She's going to need to get Norwood on a run here with some aces.
Norwood certainly missing Molly's presence in some other places on the court, but she's still been able to serve for them despite an injury. Nice set from her that goes for Elias, but Westwood was there for the block. They'll send over a bump. Federico handles it. Brady for the middle. Elias is able to get another swing away, but number 17 has been there the whole time, Olivia Layden. Does this one go out? Oh, it does. Westwood disagrees.
Ooh, and Norwood steals a point there. Great decision by the back row of Norwood. They thought about it. Didn't touch it. Looks like it went out of bounds. Westwood's not too happy. They think it was tipped off a Norwood player. The show goes on, and Federico will serve.
So 2 points in a row for Federico. This one hits the shoulder of Favake. Comes now for Lions. Grady now for number 3. That's Kiki Delamere for the outside. Holmesy again for Westwood. Will have to settle for a roll shot. Now taking charge in the back row is Lions. Elias tried to dunk that one in. She was pretty effective with it as Westwood will settle for a push pass. And they will call Westwood for a double hit on that push pass.
Yeah, and Elias has had, you've mentioned it a couple times, Joe, but she's set up for those spikes, and then it does quite literally look like a slam dunk.
Yep.
And she's dunking over onto the Westwood side. And here come the Mustangs.
Serena does like to set up very close to the net when she's playing that middle position. And it's another ace for the Mustangs. Don't look now, but Norwood has closed this game to 4.
And again, a great substitution by Nimblett, paying dividends immediately. Federico has the Norwood Mustangs bouncing back. You'll see her embraced by her teammates on senior night.
Oh, look at that. Olivia Loud has pumped up number 7 on that one. So the teams will talk things over. But like you said, Joey, what a call. Getting Federico in there, who's a bit banged up, paying dividends, so much so that Coach Jen Murphy for Westwood decides a timeout is her best option here.
Yeah, great substitution by Nimblett. He's been doing this for a long time. He knows his game like the back of his hand, and he knew Norwood needed Federico there serving. We'll see if she can continue her hot streak. 23-19 Westwood.
So you see the play moments ago. It happened so quickly, and I guess if you're watching on video on demand, you can rewind that. From this angle, I don't think Norwood got a piece, but certainly the Westwood fans will be looking at that one if this game goes lopsided for them. So Molly Federico back on the service line after the Westwood timeout. Federico has served, I believe, 4 points in a row for the Mustangs, but Westwood trying to ice her. Here's the serve from Norwood's senior captain. Comes at the back row for Rufo. Gennari sets for Holmesy, and Holmesy's able to get this kill over the outstretched hands of Kiki Delamere.
Yeah, and Holmesy's had a strong command of that front left side for Westwood. She's been slamming it home for the Wolverines all night. Pretty clutch spike there from Holmesy, and it looks like she'll be serving now, so she's got the opportunity to take this second set from Norwood.
24-19, Westwood 1 point away as Norwood subs Julia Figueredo in for Molly Federico. And Figueredo has this go off her hands. Westwood will take set 2.
Great sequence there from number 7, Holmesy for Westwood. She slams the door shut in the second set for the Wolverines. We'll take a quick little break. Norwood's going to have to reset and find a way to bounce back here.
We hope you'll join us on the other side in just a moment.
All right, and welcome back to the Norwood High School gym. We've had a very impressive back-and-forth battle here so far. 2 sets into the game between the Norwood High Mustangs and the Westwood High Wolverines. Westwood has the lead here 2-0. So set 3 is going to be a big one here for the Mustangs, Joe.
And just like usual, Norwood will give a new look to Westwood to kick off this third set. They've got a junior, Olivia Loud, wearing number 7, starting off in the back row. You'll see her on the left side of your screen as Natalie Gale does a little substitution dance there with Kim Laya. Norwood also will have Abby Curran, a sophomore, wearing number 13, playing middle hitter for them. So a very young front row for the Mustangs with the combination of Curran and Maddie Lyons, both sophomores in there, along with the senior Brady.
Yeah, and we've seen it in the previous 2 sets, Joe. It looks like Nimblett's going to the bench, looking for a little life, looking for a little energy. We'll see if the substitutes can bring that for the Mustangs, and they do right away.
Maddie Lyons is the one that gets the kill, but the first pass was right from Olivia Loud, who's one of his substitutes.
And speaking of substitutes, we'll see Elias immediately checking in the game here for Norwood. She's been a force up front all night. We'll see if she can extend this Norwood lead.
So Serena will come in as Colleen Brady heads to the line. I tell you, one thing I noticed from coaching Olivia when she was a freshman, her fundamentals are fantastic. So not a surprise to see Coach Nimblett going with Olivia in the back row to kick off set 2, or set 3, excuse me.
And just like they've done all night, Westwood answered right away. They slam one home there. Norwood kind of got awkwardly pinned in front of the net. Ball drops in. And here comes Westwood.
So Westwood playing with a bit of energy after taking the first 2 sets. Norwood goes to the outside where Elias is lined up. Different look here. Abby Curran is now playing middle, and Elias swing from the outside. So maybe Coach Nimblett liking the blocking matchups to get Elias her hits from further out, or maybe it just could be a factor of Curran feeling more comfortable in the middle.
Yeah, and a great swing there from Elias. Great defense from Westwood, and great reflexes again by Elias. She tipped it to keep it alive, and you see her toss one over to the Westwood side again.
Here's Holmesy on the kill, but Norwood is able to get a touch on it from Curran. And Abby has a little bit of miscommunication on the send over with Lyons. But a nice job from number 13 to get a piece of it on the tip and keep that one alive after Holmesy put together another nice swing.
Yeah, nice piece there from Holmesy. It looks like she caught Norwood off guard. She kind of slammed it over on the first touch, which is pretty rare. Norwood was not ready for that. We'll see if they can respond right here.
Elias from the outside hitter position does a little bit of a changeup, and it's effective to get her another kill. She has racked up the kills from the middle position, but now add one from the outside hitter spot to her resume tonight.
Yeah, and again, instead of the spike, she kind of opts for the changeup, dunk, ephus, whatever you want to call it there. Catches Westwood off guard, but Westwood smart play there. They don't fall for the serve, and they steal another point back.
Yeah, Maddie Lyons got a little bit too much on that one. She's been eating her Wheaties today, huh? A little too far on the serve. Will give Westwood a chance now with a 4-2 lead. So Raha Favake will serve it up. Goes deep into the corner. Laya has to play it. Does a nice job doing so. And Curran sends it over with one hand. To the middle for Westwood. They tried to get the kill from Olivia Layden, but it sails out of bounds. A mishit from the Westwood middle will put this game back within one.
Yeah, and a great sequence there from Norwood. A great serve, I thought, from Westwood. Favake, he kind of put it in no man's land where I thought it was going out of bounds, and it looked like it was actually going to drop in. Norwood did a great job reacting, keeping that alive, and they take that point back.
So here's Sophia Tuma off the bench for the Mustangs and gets the ace.
And I don't know what it is with these Norwood servers checking in, but they're going aces immediately.
So Sophia Tuma is someone who brings a lot of energy to a team. She's a great kid, and nice to see her come off the bench and immediately pay dividends. Another serve in the same spot, but Westwood is ready this time. They'll send it for Kennedy Lennon, and Lennon is able to kind of dunk it in the middle. And Westwood is celebrating the performance from Lennon. She has 100 kills. Congratulations to Kennedy as the Westwood bench has gotten amped after that one.
Yeah, very impressive career mark there from Lennon. You can see why. She's been slammed in home all night for Westwood. We'll see if she can recover, though, from getting pumped up there for the 100 kills. She's going to have to serve to Norwood right away.
So immediately more responsibility falls on her. It's a great serve that had some good topspin, and it eats up Kiki Delamere to make Westwood out to a 2-point lead.
And another good answer there from Lennon. Not only can she spike, she can serve.
So Westwood celebrating one of their own here at the Norwood gym. And the serve now will go right to the middle to Maddie Lyons. He's set for the outside. Natalie Gale tries to spike it home. Westwood setting it up with Gennari. The set's a little bit off, and I think they caught the antenna on that one, as Norwood will take the point and close it back within one.
Yep, so again, back and forth all night. Norwood's going to be serving here, so what do we see? Federico will be checking in the game, and we'll see if she can get Norwood on another mini run that she's been doing all night with these serves.
Especially on senior night, you know that anytime Coach Nemblet hands her the ball, the gym is going to go a little bit wild for her. Gennari for the middle, sets up Layden, and it is dunked home. Natalie Gale registers the block and denies Olivia Layden.
Yep, and like we said, Joe, Federico checks in, serves, immediately brings the juice for Norwood, and we get a tie game 6-6 here in the third set.
Norwood has not led many times in this game, but they have been tied with Westwood at many points throughout the night. Now looking to channel that into a third set win. Westwood somehow keeps it alive. Federico with a nice dig. To the middle for Gale. She's a little bit off on the hit, but still effective nonetheless. Here's Holmesy, off balance, but is able to get a good hit home. Delamere from the outside goes off of the hands of Layden. The third swing from Westwood is a hit from Holmesy. Laya puts it up, and Lyons communicates well. Gale eventually with the push. Out to the middle. Layden hits it for Maddie Lyons, and Norwood will have to settle for a bump from Delamere. 6-6, we're in the third set. There's a strong push set from Gennari, and she connects with Angelina Holmesy, giving Westwood the 1-point lead.
Yeah, and Holmesy has had an impressive night so far, that left side, spiking it. This time she opts to go down the line, down the net, finds space on the Norwood side, slams it home. And after a long rally there, Westwood takes the lead here, 7-6.
It was a beautiful set from Francesca Gennari, as she kind of pushed that one with a little more force than she's had on some of her previous sets. Effective nonetheless. Gale for the back row, almost found some room, but Lennon was there. Here's Annie Rufo for Kim Laya. Norwood will have to scramble. Maddie Lyons settles things in the back row, but a good opportunity here's for Westwood. They try to find some space, but a nice defensive play from Norwood setter Colleen Brady keeps it alive. Now they go to the outside, do the Wolverines. Charging in is Olivia Loud, taking the first ball. Delamere with the push pass, excuse me. And Westwood having to scramble for it. I think Joey had hit the antenna.
Yep.
It'll be Norwood's point.
Yep, tough pass there from Westwood. They did their best, got it up to the net, just a little too far, hits the antenna, drops on their side. And just like that, we're all tied up again.
7-7. All 3 sets have been 7-7 at some point. But Westwood, Joey, in all 3 sets, has made it 8-7 them. So Norwood is going to have to try to stop the run here.
Yep, like you said, Joe, this is when Westwood has typically kept their foot on the gas. They've typically brought this up to 12-7, 13-7, whatever it's been. So Norwood's going to have to find a way to respond right away here.
So Ainsley Busconi will be the one on the line. She's been a reliable presence for them there. Nice first pass from Olivia Loud. The set coming from Maddie Lyons, but a little bit too long from her. And just like that, after the 7-7 tie, Westwood has strung 2 points together, now hoping for more.
Yeah, great set there from Norwood. Great opportunity for Lyons. She had good form on that, just sent it a little far. And Westwood's going to look to continue this run.
Busconi's serve comes right to the middle. Loud handles it again, and once again the set for Lyons. Goes off of a Westwood block and falls into no man's land. Give Maddie Lyons, number 4, the kill.
Yeah, and it looks like Lyons kind of opted for the finesse a little bit that time. Gets it off the top of the Westwood defender's hands, and it drops into no man's land right in the middle of the gym. And Norwood's going to hope to go on a run here and steal this lead back.
They will substitute Abby Curran, number 13, into the game as Natalie Gale serves. Sophia Tuma gave Norwood a nice little boost of energy off the bench. Brady reaches out to get the first hit. Eventually it comes back to her for a push. Westwood trying something tricky off their setter, but Delamere is wise to that. They'll go to the outside for Rufo. She tries a push. Oh, and it falls into the outstretched arms of Loud. She taps her chest saying, my fault, and Westwood will take the point.
Yeah, and it feels like Westwood's been targeting just those short either dump passes or spikes down the left side here all night. They've gotten quite a few points that way.
A little bit of an extra jump to the step of Althea Batanta as she comes to the line. Comes right at Olivia Loud, who handles the tough serve, but Norwood eventually hits it into the net off of Lyons' hand. 11-8, a 3-point Westwood lead.
And like you said, Joe, this has been the story of the night. We get to 7-7. Westwood goes on a little bit of a run. Here they go. So Norwood's going to have to respond right now.
And they do respond by letting it sail out. Nice job by Kiki Delamere following it to the line, making sure, because that one could have gone either way.
Yeah, great decision there from the senior in the back row. That looked like it could have snuck in there. Delamere opts to let it go. Norwood steals a point back.
So Norwood with another senior, Colleen Brady, one of their senior captains on the serve. Brady will go for the back row. She almost ate up Holmesy on the play. Westwood will go instead to number 8, Rufo. Out of the outside, Lyons with a good-looking approach, but Rufo handles it. Westwood with a bit of an awkward push off the hands of Lennon, but eventually they get it where they want it. To the back, Favake keeping it alive. Lennon puts it over. Laya now for Colleen Brady. And now Maddie Lyons. This one back and forth with 11-9, Westwood leading. A beautiful dig there from Brady to keep it up and send it over on one. She'll have to do it again. Laya sets up for the set. Comes for Elias on the near side this time. And Westwood will go to Rufo, who hits it into the net. Norwood closes back within one.
Yeah, and another great rally there by both sides. Incredibly entertaining. Norwood holds strong. Great contest at the net. Westwood sends it into the net. Just like that, 11-10, Norwood's ball.
So Colleen Brady will try to knot things up at 11. Westwood is going to have to settle for a bump. It's a good one, though, from Lennon. That comes to Laya. Norwood goes back to Elias, and oh, she just went a little bit long. Not quite enough topspin, and it'll be Westwood's point.
Yeah, and a great backward set there from Norwood. A great spike from Elias, just a little too long. Westwood takes the lead, 12-10.
So now on the serve, it's Annie Rufo, who's done a nice job today for Westwood. One of the big reasons that they're up 2-0 in this game. And Norwood does sneak that one in. Oh, a little bit of a changeup for Maddie Lyons, but she gets the kill nonetheless.
Yeah, Lyons opts for the finesse again. Seems like she's found that changeup, Joe. She's gotten 2 or 3 consecutive points with it. She's finding her groove. Hopefully she goes with a fastball here on the serve.
So Lyons with another good serve that's inbounds. She was a call-up for Norwood in the middle of last season to play with varsity, and certainly is not relinquishing that role. But Westwood will take it back immediately as they are starting to get their bench into it.
And we'll see here the finesse drop in from Lyons. Catches Westwood off guard. Almost hits our our chair ref there in the face. Good hands from him.
Yeah, sometimes he could be in the line of fire there. So here is Westwood's libero on the serve. It goes right into the net. And Westwood is letting Norwood stay in this. A couple of missed serves from them that have gone long or into the net. And the Mustangs, who can play with anybody, can claw back into this.
Yep, and so we'll see Gail and Tuma checking in the game. Tuma's going to be serving again. Hopefully she can continue her hot streak from earlier in this third set.
Tell you, there's always one player, Joey, on the Norwood team that gets the bench amped up when they come in. And this year it seems to be Sophia Tuma. It's a little bit of a change-up for her. Handled nicely by Rufo, though. Tuma will have to play defense. Gets it for Brady. And now Gale trying to find some room in the middle of the court, but Batanta is there. Westwood for Lennon, who's already got 100 kills, trying to add to that total. And Norwood gets eaten up as Elias and Tuma have a bit of miscommunication. The ball drops in, and it's a 14-12 Westwood lead.
Yeah, great defense and pass there from Norwood. Just some miscommunication on who's going to be setting it. Drops in. Tough mistake for Norwood here in this third set. And Westwood's going to look to capitalize on that error.
Westwood will get a new setter in the game. Francesca Gennari, who's kind of split the time with Altea Batanta, will come back in. And Natalie Gale just kind of mistimed her jump. She knew it on that one, but it'll be Westwood's point. They're now up 3.
Yeah, you could kind of see her laughing mid-jump. She knew right away she mistimed it. So another one drops in on Norwood side. Westwood extends the lead to 15-12.
Laya, beautiful first pass. Brady tries a little bit of a sneak shot there, trying to get it in. Now Westwood will go to Holmesy, and she powers it off the outstretched arms of Natalie Gale. Another kill for Angelina Holmesy.
Yeah, I'm not too sure of Holmesy's career stats here, but if I had to guess, Joe, she'd probably be the next one to 100 kills for this Westwood team.
If she is not there already, she has been a force to be reckoned with. 16-12 Westwood, and Coach Nimblett for the Mustangs will take a timeout. Norwood hoping it is not their last timeout, at least of the evening, as Westwood could close this game out with a win. They won the first set 25-20 and the second set 25-19.
Yeah, it's another big spot here for the Norwood Mustangs. A good opportunity to reset, try to steal back some of this momentum. They're going to have to do it now or never here in this third set, Joe.
After this, the volleyball team will be heading to 3 more matchups still on the schedule. They will travel to Norton on October 23rd. They'll be home against Medfield on the 25th. And they'll finish the regular season with a trip to Sharon, an interconference opponent, on the 26th. As you see some shots of the Norwood seniors. Congratulations to Natalie Gale, Molly Federico, Kaylee Delamere, Serena Elias, and Julia Alves on some great careers. And special congratulations, as they were all kids I coached as freshmen. So nice to see them kind of come full circle and really rounding out a nice career here at the school in the Hill.
Nice wholesome moment for the broadcast. Love that.
And actually, if we look at those pictures, I think the picture for, sorry, no. It was Molly Federico's that fell down. I thought we missed somebody for a second there. This one falls in as Westwood is able to take it. And the Wolverines up now 5 points on the night. So the serve coming from Kennedy Lennon. It comes at Kiki Delamere. Colleen Brady setting up Serena Elias. Favake with the bump set. Holmesy tries to go off the block. Delamere reaches out with one hand, but it bounces off that. And Westwood, just like that, is out to their biggest lead of the game. The bench continuing to get into it. And Lennon will look to keep this rally going.
Yep, again, good defense from Norwood. Ball just takes an awkward tip. And Westwood's trying to extend this lead here, hoping to close this out tonight.
So Elias now trying to put it on the side. Handled nicely by the Wolverines. Delamere steps up. Colleen Brady for Serena Elias, and she goes through a double block. Gets the kill. That's a big point for Norwood.
Yeah, and Elias has been bringing the energy up front all night. Slams one home there. Lets out a scream. And Federico will check into the game for her. Again, a big spot here for Norwood. Federico's been clutch all night with these serves. See if she can get Norwood back into the game in this third set.
So Molly will stride to the line. You saw just off the screen a moment ago, Norwood's even got some alumni in the house today for senior night. Katie Mellon is here, who is a senior captain in her own right here during her 4 years with the Mustang volleyball team. She's over there on the bench tonight with Coach Plasko and Coach Nimblett. Hoping to see Norwood pull out a bit of a comeback. That'll help them as this hit off of Holmesy, who's been really good, goes way long, and Norwood collects the point.
Yeah, and I would say even when it's not an ace from Federico, anytime she's serving the ball, Norwood wins about 80% of these points.
Well, Joey, that'll add to that stat as Federico picks up the ace, and it's got the whole Norwood team jumping on the bench. Almost seems like we're starting to see a bit of a shift in momentum, at least if Molly can keep this going. It's a good serve from her. Comes at the Westwood back line. Holmesy almost gets spun around. It goes outside the antenna, and it'll be another point. They've closed this game to within 2.
Yep, and it looks like Federico keeps catching Westwood on their heels on these serves, and she's got Norwood just 2 points down here in the third set.
She serves it quickly. She's got 8 seconds. Didn't use all of it, but it didn't matter. Federico drills it and drops it in just in bounds of that back line. Norwood is now within 1.
And another incredible serve there from Federico. That was going so fast, I just assumed it was going to be out, Joe. It drops in right on the line. Norwood point. They got an opportunity to tie it up here.
So here we go, and this one goes into the net. Crushing one on that one as Federico had a really nice run. Nonetheless, she puts Norwood back in the game as the Mustangs will give Molly a rest here, still nursing that injury. Olivia Loud will check back in.
Yep, so again, a great stretch there from Norwood with Federico serving. Now they're going to step up with her out of the game.
Laya handles that tough serve from Holmesy nicely. But Westwood is set up. They go to Olivia Layden. And, they say that Norwood barely got a piece. Coach Nimblett looking for confirmation. But it will be a Westwood point as they get a critical 3-point lead here.
That's tough. I didn't really see it from up here, but Norwood didn't really argue it. So Westwood takes that point, and they're going to look to extend this in the end of this third set.
Holmesy on the serve here with Westwood up 3. She comes at Olivia Loud, who sends it over on 1. Westwood having a bit of trouble communicating, so Rufo will have to push it. Delamere is there, and now the set for Natalie Gale, who tries to go near the Westwood bench with that swing. Rufo now for the back row. Nice play by Laya to put it up. They go to Gale again, but it goes out of bounds.
Yep.
4-point lead for Westwood.
Just a little on there from Gale. Great sequence from both sides. Good rally. Norwood had a pretty good bump pass set right there. Gale sends it a little long, so we'll have 21-17 Wolverines.
Westwood threatening to put this one in the bag. Holmesy goes right at Laya and collects the ace.
And a low line drive serve there from Westwood just kind of eats Norwood alive. And it looks like we'll have a timeout here from the Mustangs.
So Coach Nimblett has used both of his, but it's been Angelina Holmesy at the line for Westwood. She has been fantastic as she looks to close it out. Joey, we will be back at it on the football field, or I guess the field hockey field on Monday. Murray Field, however you want to call it. Don't forget to tune into NCM for that one, as NCM will go live with the number 1 ranked field hockey team playing against number 11 Westwood. There it is on your screen. The Wolverines certainly have some great rivalries with the Mustangs, and they'll take it to the field hockey pitch, which should be a great matchup between 2 teams ranked in that MIAA playoff, at least according to the power rankings so far.
Yeah, and once again, for better or worse, you'll have Joe and I live on air for that. And speaking of which, next week, the NHS pregame live will be hosted by Brian Gagliard and Anthony Canidi once again for the football game against Hopkinton on Friday night. Those guys, again, they always do a great job. They had me as a guest last week before Norwood took down Holliston. I don't want to say that was because I was on the show, but it probably was.
Maybe there's a little bit of causation there, yeah.
Yep.
But they certainly get into that. Westwood, though, is now on the doorstep. They are up 23-17 as the Mustangs will go to the bench again here to try to get Holmesy off her run. The senior Julia Alves checks back in. And so Norwood hoping to give their seniors another set here at least to keep it going. Goes off of Kim Laya. It comes from number 8 Brady, who goes to Delamere. And Kiki snuck that into the back corner of the court. Norwood still alive. Westwood, though, with a 5-point lead.
Yeah, great cross-court spike there from Delamere. Sneaks it in the back corner for Westwood's defense right on the red line. And Norwood's still got a little fight left here in this third set.
Every set, even if Norwood loses the match, is valuable with them fighting for playoff position. In fact, a couple of years ago, Norwood was number 33 in the power rankings, causing them to miss out. So they know how important every set is. There's Brady. Almost tucked it in. Westwood somehow keeps it alive, and Layden sends it over. Loud now for Brady. For Gale as she has to push this one. Westwood having some trouble But eventually it comes to Laya. Now Julia Alves gets up for that one. A good swing from the senior. That came to Holmesy in the back row. Rufo hits it out. Norwood is still breathing down 4.
And another unbelievable rally there from the Mustangs and the Wolverines. Norwood fighting for their lives here on this senior night. They've cut the deficit to 4 with Delamere serving.
So they'll trust another one of their seniors. A line drive serve from Delamere, and that's a big one. Puts Norwood within 3.
That might have been the best serve of the night. That's when you want it right there. A line drive from Delamere. The bottom of it just dropped out right there. Dropped into no man's land on the Westwood side. Deficit's 3.
And right back to the line. It's another line drive, but this one goes into the net. And that puts Westwood on the doorstep, 24-20.
Yeah, another laser there from Delamere. I thought that one might sneak over again, just a little too low.
And who else for Westwood? We've seen a lot of this as Olivia Layton has been playing the front row for them, and Ainsley Busconi playing that back row and taking on the service responsibilities. So Busconi will try to close it out. Her serve is a good one, and it comes right at Loud. Laya keeps it alive, and it comes for Alves. She puts it in just inside the antenna. A chance now for Rufo. Tries the push. Oh, and it goes off the hands of Gale. Westwood will come out victorious in the 3rd set, and they take it, Joey, 3-0.
Yep, and again, even though it's a 3-0 sweep here from Westwood, great fight by both sides. Norwood cut it to only about a 4-point deficit each set, Joe. They really scratched and clawed their way back every time, just wasn't enough. And Westwood takes it tonight 3-0.
So not the result you necessarily want to see if you're a Norwood fan, but some good fight. 25-20, 25-19, 25-20, excuse me. Norwood was in every set, but ultimately was not to be. See the two coaches, they know each other quite well, talking things over. Congratulations to the Norwood seniors, Natalie Gale, Molly Federico, Kiki Delamere, Serena Elias, and Julia Alves. And thanks to our wonderful MCM crew today, including some students helping us out. Sam Gurney with the audio, Michaela Brown on camera, Isla Wilson on camera, and Brian Boudreau and Ron Marshalsea doing a great job as always. Joey, there's something new every time. We saw the new replay graphic coming in there, and Ron did a great job of getting those queued up and ready to go for us.
Yeah, that was great. That was super helpful for us too. And again, thanks for tuning in with Joe and Joe. Once again, girls volleyball match. We'll see you next week for girls field hockey.
Absolutely. #1 ranked Norwood field hockey. That's going to be fun.
Should be a great time. We'll have to study up a little bit.
So we hope to see you at a game soon. Thanks to our NCM team and thanks to the volleyball team for putting on a really nice senior night. Congratulations to the seniors, and we will see you all at another sporting event in the near future.
Thanks for tuning in. Have a great night.